Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Knife Chats with Tobias.
Well, came across another funky marbles. Actually, I saw this when it first came out, and I was thinking about getting it, and I did not get it. I wish I would have bought it first time around. I would have probably saved maybe about $10. I still got a good deal on this. I think the person was just trying to dump it. Which I can understand. But before I get to this one in the box, let me ramble a little bit and show a couple other ones that I have picked up over time, because Marbles has some of the funkiest knives I have ever seen. And this one will kind of join the chorus with this. This one is some kind of a funky fish knife. I love the little fish on the handle here. It's a nice checkered wood handle. And then it's got a little nylon case for it, marbles, and then you can hang this around your neck, I guess. So it could be a neck knife. Got a proper length of a handle here. But this thing is for gutting fish, I guess, and also for scaling fish or something. I don't know. It definitely is just one heck of a claw there. That's where you press your thumb against, I think. Both edges here are sharp, and it's a concave grind on both sides. But just a wicked little thing there. But apparently for processing fish. Somebody saw it and figured out, how can I cut fish open more quickly or something, and this is what they came out with. And I can understand the size of the handle on here because of in this here, the thumb there. It's really good for your thumb. So you can definitely press into something and gut back or chop down. I don't know. Anyway, kind of a funky knife. Oh, I'm supposed to be talking about that one, right? I'll get to it in a second. Here's another one. This is one of the Marbles safety knives. Now this is one that somewhere I've got the little letter of authenticity for it. This is actually assembled in China from parts that were from the Gladstone factory. And this is something that Smoky Mountain Knife Works did, or Marbles did, or somebody did. But it's the Marbles safety folder, and I think I've shown this before. Opens up, you pull the blade out, fold it down, and you got a fixed blade knife, a typical fish knife. Got the scaler on the back here, a little false edge there, and then a nice blade there for your fishing needs. Pretty cool knife. Let's see, here's a couple more. This is a copy of the George Strait hunting and fishing knife. It's the one that's just all metal. Now the George Strait one has a little lock on there. This one is just typical slip joint, no lock at all on it, but you do have the fish scaler on the back and the typical blade. Clearly stamped Marbles there. And Marbles for every hour in the open. One of their many slogans, for every hour in the open. This is almost the same knife, except, well, this is basically like a trapper. I like this one though. Got the little embossing up there. You got your Marbles there. This is checkered wood. It's not bone. It's wood, and it's checkered. Got a lock on there. Got a little bit of for scaling here on the back there. That's the only thing that really makes it a fish knife. Nice little clip blade. Yeah, but it's basically a trapper, a single blade trapper, locking with a nice lock on the back there. Is there a pattern number on this one for anyone interested? Yeah, the MR228. Should have given the patterns for all of them. I'll usually have them at the bottom down here somewhere anyway. So, but there's that one there too, and then there's this one here. I don't know if I've shown this one before. I know I always show the fly fishing one, but this is similar to the fly fishing one, except it's a pair of pliers in there. I know somebody else made this first. I've seen it from someone else. I can't remember who, but this was Marbles out of China, and it is the the safety pliers. They have everything called safety this and safety that. Got a little clip here to hold it closed. And you got a little pair of pliers there. Guess it'd be good enough for splitting a lead weight or something. You can cut wire there, crimp on your weight on your fishing line, or maybe even grab onto a little nut and turn it. And close it down. A little latch holds it in place, and then on the other side you have your screwdriver blade here, and then also a file here. So that's pretty cool. And then obviously you also have a cutting blade. So pretty cool. Kind of like that one too. And that brings me to my latest kind of funky marbles knife. And it's called the Sportsman Razor. And as soon as you see it, you'll see that I definitely would not want to try and shave with that, and I don't think that's what the intention was. Also, if you look at the box, you see he's got the Sportsman Razor in his hand, and the moose are coming into the camp. I would hate to take on a moose with that little thing, because you'll see here that the blade is just not that big. And what it is a little friction folder with a funky blade. And you got a nice handle here. You can put your finger there, and you can hold your thumb down there and hold that, or you can actually get up there on closer up on there. And I think what this is actually is not so much a razor blade as it is more of a scalpel. It's really a folding scalpel. And I can see how this could be really helpful for caping and for doing other detailed work when skinning an animal or removing organs or something like that. This is really more like a scalpel. When I was talking to the folks on Kitty's Corner, I mentioned that it is closer to in shape to a corn razor. And there's a corn razor. You notice it is much larger than a corn razor. I've actually told people that I think it's an oversized corn razor. And a corn razor is also not really a razor so much as it is a scalpel, except the corn razor can go all the way around like your typical straight razor. But what it is used for is for removing a corn on a foot or something like that. It's for actually cutting off a callus. And, so it's really more in line with a scalpel than it is a straight razor for actually shaving or something like that. And I think that's what this is. It's really supposed to be a razor in the version of a scalpel. A nice sharp scalpel for doing whatever you need to do. You can even get your thumb right in there fairly easily. And you got a nice handle to hold on to, so you've got something to hold on to. I think you could even, if you needed to, no, I don't think you could do that. Can you lock it? No, it does not lock. That would have been really good if it did lock inside the little catch there of the detents. There's a couple little holes drilled there. You might be able to actually lock that in to like a detent and hold that blade in place better. That would have been pretty cool. So that's the weakness on there. But all in all, this thing is pretty cool. I like the way it is designed. Got the 448 stainless steel. You've got a swedge going on with the blade here. But it's a very thick blade, so the swedge is not that much of an issue and might actually be more helpful at that tip, because it does thin out that tip a little bit. And unlike a spade blade, this is actually designed to cut into something for removing little things. Also, got a nice brass handle going on there, and then some nice stag bone going on there. You see that? It matches all the brown stag bone out there, so it's a pretty cool knife. I really like this thing. And it's just basically a friction folder scalpel. In any case, there you have it. There's a look at some of my more funky looking marbles knives out there, and the latest addition to my funky marbles knives. They really have some cool ones, and it's something nice to see. Sometimes it's just nice to see something out of the ordinary, and that's what you get with marbles. You get a lot of interesting things that you just don't see anywhere else. With that said, I guess I'll let you go. Maybe I'll throw in some slides at the end here and of all these different knives. But if I give any stats, it's going to be very brief.
Let me take just a second to thank you once again for dropping by and spending a few minutes here at Knife Chats with the Pliers. I really do appreciate it, and I do appreciate any comments that you leave. So please remember to give me that thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you'll know when the next episode is up and running. Thanks again for dropping by. Really do appreciate your time here.